what's going on, everybody? It's your boy J Poe, and I wanted to do a review on my experience with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War the Alpha. I know that's a long title, so we're just gonna call it Black Ops, the new Black Ops. Um, this is my first actual game on screen, but let's just talk about the game, and then we'll get into something that needs to be talked about. So for me, the game looked lackluster. And I know on the next gen consoles or whatever, it might graphically look better, but for me, I think it didn't look as good as Modern Warfare. And I know Treyarch and Infinity War are two different, you know, beasts, but it's like for me, I just Modern Warfare did. Color wise, yeah, it has some good colors. Miami looks dope. I don't know what that desert map was called in Moscow. They look great, as maps or whatever, but you can see that when I was running around, especially on Moscow, the pictures and the statues, they wouldn't load up. It would take a while for it to load up, and then it would load. So I'm like, okay, this is a problem. And it did that on Modern Warfare as well. I'm not saying that, Modern Warfare was flawless, but for me, I just felt like it didn't wow me. Gameplay wise, it felt smooth. I didn't really have any issues. Snipers it is what it is. I'm not that type of person that's going to be like, oh, snipers are OP, this gun is OP. I will try to figure out ways. It comes down to skill, which we'll get into that. I'm not that type of person that's going to be like, oh, this is super OP, this is, no, I don't care. Well, if we find ways. Certain people, when you play games like Call of Duty, will find ways to get around it. Yes, I know I can use a sniper rifle and do the same thing. I can use the model shotguns. I can use the AK-74U. All that. I know what I can do, but I find ways to get around that, and I like to beat people with different guns because I like to use all of them. But anywho, so the problem that this game is having was it was trending on Twitter, and the game wasn't trending on Twitter. Skill-based matchmaking was trending on Twitter, and that was the whole thing that a lot of content creators were complaining about in this game. And yes, skill-based matchmaking is a problem. I want it to go away. you know, Actually, I kind of want to go back to how it was way back in the day. Because I remember going into lobbies and just dominating. We as a group of friends, we would get into lobbies and just destroy it. People were back in eight, you know, uh, whatever. You could just destroy lobbies. Nowadays, you can go 20-3, and then the next game that you play, you might go 3-20 because skill-based matchmaking. The metrics, they can see where people are playing on the map, what people are using, what are they have all these data of stuff to where it's like, okay, we know what the buff, what's the nerf, and what people are using, all that stuff. But they also don't have to look at that system when the content creators and the influencers are giving them what to look at. you know so we all seen the gameplay when the content creators first leaked their first match or whatever, or playing the event that they went to or whatever. It was pro players versus the content creators and stuff like that. It was all big. Every big YouTuber or whatever Twitch streamer was there, and I'm watching the gameplay, and it hit me about 2 minutes into the gameplay. I'm like, and I'm watching multiple people from multiple angles, so I'm sitting there like, this is the reason why. This is the reason why certain people, the mass community, is playing a certain way. And is it their fault? No. But everybody, you got kids nowadays that could grow up and be like, oh, I want to be like, you know, this person, this big YouTuber or Twitch streamer. I want to stream too. I want to make content. But they copy exactly what you do. You know, not everybody has charisma and and glow and flair that will be like, oh, I'm going to be the next big thing on YouTube or whatever or Twitch. And but they try to copy and replicate, you know, somebody that they watch. And this is the problem because a lot of people make top 5 guns to use in Warzone. And what are everybody using in Warzone? Those top 5 guns. So they try to nerf them. And when they nerf the gun, people get upset. Oh man, why'd you nerf the gun? Oh, all right. Well, I guess I have to use this gun now. And then people start playing with that gun. You know, the M4 was nerfed. The shotguns in the beginning of the game was a problem. You know, they nerfed it. Eventually, they nerfed it. But then people said, "Oh, well, if you throw on these attachments, it takes it right back to the regular shotgun that we had in the beginning." It was an issue, you know. So it you see how the community reacts. Everybody's saying the AK-74U is a problem. The mini Uzi to me felt like a problem, but it is what it is. So what I'm trying to get at with the skill-based matchmaking is you make the mass community play a certain way. And I know people say it all the time. Don't play like me, you know, do this, do that, do this, or that. But you influence the community to play a certain way. You have these sweaty games and or they see you going 40 and 0 and stuff like that, and oh, I can be the first one to get 30 kills without dying, you know what I'm saying? And then everybody's like, oh, well, if he can do it, I can do it. Or if she can do it, I can do it. And they play a certain way. You get these people. Like I was playing in not this gameplay, but we was playing with some dude named Deku, and Deku was sniping the whole time. He was dominating us with this snipe game. But then we're sitting here playing with him over and over on all these 3 maps. He's sitting here dominating, you know. But then you put him on our team, and he doesn't dominate anymore. And why is that? And it's not the style that we're playing. He should be dominating again, but he's not. He sucked so bad that he rage quit. And we're like, where did Deku go? After we seen that his score was like only getting 5 kills when he was getting like 20. It was like, why is he not dominating anymore? It's starting to I started to understand exactly what was going on with that person or whatever. But in general, you know, I just think that the content creators, and I know you have to feed your family, it's your 9 to 5 job, cool beans. But you have to understand, take this with a grain of salt. Don't complain about skill-based matchmaking, but then tell the mass community what guns to use. Because when everybody uses the same gun, then where is the skill? When everybody's doing the same exact thing. You know, we get into the same exact lobbies over and over and over again, and everybody's doing the same exact tactics. Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So, you know, I don't know how people are going to take this video, and it is what it is. Cold War is a fine game. I have no problem with it. But I just want people to understand that Call of Duty as a whole is going to change. And if we can't adapt to the change, then we're going to get left in the dust. So it's up to you to make that decision. It's J Poe. Peace.